Hello gamers, game again, whatever. A new episode of a casual game review on, and this week it's about InFamous. I can't show you the box art because I had that game for free after the hacking problems that the Sony PS3 had. So instead I'm just going to show you my PS3. The game is inside, just picture it. So, what to say about InFamous? The thing is, I tried to play the game like 6 months ago or something, and I was bored immediately. Like, I only played 10 minutes, didn't understand a single thread of the plot, and I gave up. Not because I thought the game was bad, but mostly because I was probably playing something more interesting at the time, and I don't play my PS3 that much. So a lot of time after that, when Sony gave away the game for free, I thought to myself, well, it's a good occasion to play my PS3. And that's the first bad thing about the game. It basically started the game immediately at where you were before. So 6 months ago, I stopped at a certain point, and when I launched the game again, I was at the exact same point. I don't want to sound like an old school, grumpy grandpa, but I still enjoy to have a start screen where I can decide if I want to play a new game or continue or whatever. There's probably one, but I tried, I really say I tried to find the starting screen and I couldn't. So I said, what the hell, I'm going to start from there. So I'm not going to blabber about the story, the scenario, the script, because I couldn't figure out what it was about. And it was such a mess of soft science fiction stuff that I was like, okay, whatever. So if I gave a good comment about Mafia 2 about the storyline, don't expect that on InFamous, because I couldn't understand a single thread of the story, so I'm not going to try to talk about it. But it's okay. It's okay, because like I said on Mafia 2 or L.A. Noire, even if the game, the controls or whatever are bad, if the story and the immersions are good, I can still enjoy the game. And that's really interesting because it's a different kind of scenario here. I had no immersion and I don't know what the story was about, but I still enjoyed the game. Now, why? First, we're going to start with the bad aspect of the game. Again, the camera angles, like I said on Mafia 2, are sometimes extremely bad. Especially that Cole McGrath, can jump around and climb walls like a spider really fast, and most of the time you will only see the wall when you actually want to shoot a guy that is behind the wall. It's a little bit frustrating, but like I said previously, it's okay, because after a few you get a hold of that and you can work around it. Second thing that really made me go nuts is the snipers. Like, the city is big and it's a real sandbox. I will get back to that later. The city is big and you have to unlock to free some zones. And until you do that, you will have a lot of motherfuckers shooting at you from a far distance with perfect vision, of course. And that's what almost made me want to throw the controller at the screen, because most of the time you would just walk around and someone will shoot you out of nowhere. And I had to turn around to look on my radar, and he wasn't even appearing on it yet, because I wasn't that close. And when I look at it, the guy was really far away from me. But he could see me, you know, because out of a huge crowd of people running everywhere, they could see you. Because you look completely normal and bland, and yet they can recognize you. And that was really annoying, especially when you're surrounded by buildings with a lot of snipers, because they will shoot you instantly with perfect vision. And it was the same thing. I had to discover a way, so I was just running inside the street so they couldn't see me, and I had to take them all out. Because or else it was really annoying to just walk around and trying to think about stuff or looking at your map and getting shot. That was really annoying. I mean, I understand it's to make the game difficult, kinda. But it's just frustrating, and doing something just to be frustrating is still frustrating. That was really so annoying, especially when I couldn't hit the guy because the aiming is shit, and the guy keep on moving. Again, it's for the difficulty, I understand that, but make your laser beam more effective in that case, because that was really frustrating. I will say that a lot about those guys. But again, once you figure out how to deal with that, it's pretty easy. Now, I don't have that much bad stuff to say about the game. Like, the sniper guys are annoying, the story is a mess, and I didn't care about it, and like, I had no special affection for any of the characters because there's so much of them, and most of them talk to you on the radio, so it's really hard to recognize someone that you can see. Some missions are fucking dumb, like the spying missions. That's what I hate. Why do they have to put a spy mission where you have to follow someone without getting noticed and not putting a meter or something that can help you know, like on a thief? You have a gem that makes you, so you know if you're invisible or not. Here, no. You have to figure out if the guy can see you or not. And like I said before, the monsters, the snipers, got a really good vision. And I did one mission like this, and it was like, you have to follow this guy, but don't get too close and don't get caught. And the thing is, the guy was below me, and I had no idea what could be hiding me or not. And it was really annoying because sometimes I would just be standing at the exact same place, but the guy below would just run around in circle and he would see me at some point. And there was no way for me to know how to hide himself. And if I was trying to be a little bit more behind, I would lost him immediately. That was really annoying. Now, like I said in Mafia 2 is not a real sandbox game because the city is huge, but there is nothing to do. And now I'm going to talk about the aspect of InFamous that I really like. It's a real good old sandbox game, but a real good one, because like on GTA 4, after a while I couldn't give a shit about the side mission and stuff because it was repetitive and boring and always the same and you had to drive around. The difference with InFamous, first off, I don't think you can jack cars. Or if you can, I didn't, because you can have so much fun with coal, because basically every time you finish a story mission, which are pretty cool in itself, you unlock a new power, and most of the time it's either to injure more or to travel faster. The city is big, but Cole is so fast and gets so many powers to travel fast that just moving around the city is already really fun. And then that's what I really like about the game is the pacing. The game has no timeout. I mean, every minute of the game you will be doing something. Like you got the main mission, you get the side mission, which are already a lot of them, like the spying mission, escort mission, killing missions. You get a lot of stuff to do. You get collectibles to find a little bit everywhere. And they kinda easy to find. You just have to go on the rooftops and you can find a lot of them, but then again, you have to travel, and it's really fun to travel when you can fly, slide on ropes, jump, climb. You got a lot of stuff to do. And let's just say I finish a mission and I want to do like a main mission part, just the way you have to do to the main mission. Get the collectibles, you can fight side missions, you can kill a lot of dudes if they annoy you, because sometimes they will attack you in group, and you can defend yourself. And then on the street you can find people that are dying, you can rescue them, or bad guys that you can chain to the ground. I mean, like I said, there's not a single minute of the game where you will get bored, because there is so much to do, and that's what I really like about the game, pacing. The game doesn't want you to get bored at any minute, so it's throwing a lot of stuff to do for you, which might get repetitive after a while. But to be quite honest, I'm so busy right now, I couldn't beat the game yet. And I think I only played for 6 or 8 hours so far, maybe a little bit less. And I wasn't bored, because there was so much stuff to do. So yeah, again, I give you a recommendation for that game. And I really want to try the second one, InFamous 2, but so far it's still at a big price. It's 69 euros, which might be the equivalent for my American friend to 89 euros, I believe. So I tend to not buy games when they come out, unless I get like a discount or something else. But this one I recommend. InFamous I recommend, if you didn't already bought it on the PSN after the hacking problem. But it's also very cheap now. I think it's 15 or 20 euros. So like Mafia 2, it's budget titles, go for it because you won't regret it. It's really fun. I mean, InFamous is fun. That's all I can say about it. You will not feel like you wasted your money because there's always something to do. The only thing I want is a fucking starting screen. Thank you for watching.